Last week, I took a look at an affordably priced guitar from Leo Fender's last company, the G&L Tribute Series ASAT Classic Bluesboy, a Tele-style guitar with a humbucker in the neck position. Now this week, I thought it might be interesting to see how a similar model from Fender's Squier brand might compare. It sells for even less, so let's have a look. Now this is the Squier Limited Edition Classic Vibe Telecaster SH. It's finished in a cool-looking Sherwood green and sports this 60s style tortoise pickguard. Now, of course, it has all the features you'd expect on a vintage-inspired instrument: a slim 60s style neck, vintage style tuners, the classic 3-barrel bridge, steel saddles in this case, and the usual Tele arrangement of one volume and one tone control with a 3-way switch. Now the nut width is a 60s style 42 millimeters or about 1.62 inch. It also has the usual modern updates, a 9.5 inch fingerboard radius, and narrow but taller than vintage frets. Now like the G&L Tribute, the body is poplar, a wood that can be found on some vintage Fenders, but not many. Also, as with all recent Squiers I've seen that don't have a maple fingerboard, this one is Indian laurel. Now, as I've mentioned more than once, these can run anywhere from very light and dry looking to looking very close to rosewood, as this one does. Now, the pickups are listed only as Fender-designed Alnico. I measured the resistance for the neck pickup at 7.4 k ohms and 7.1 k for the bridge. Let's have a listen. I'm not entirely sure how I'd describe the tones. Understated, maybe. They certainly don't leap out at you. Let's see how it does in a mix. Well, this is a good feeling, nicely made, very affordable guitar, on par with most of the other Squier vintage vibe models I've featured here. But for me, it's a little bit let down by the pickups. Now, when I was reviewing the G&L Tribute Bluesboy last week, I mentioned the neck humbucker wasn't quite to my taste. Well, I find it still significantly nicer than the humbucker in the Squier, which sounds almost muffled. Comparing the bridge pickups, the G&L is really on a whole different level, sounding like a true, high-quality unit, whereas the Squier bridge sounds a little thin and weak in comparison. Well, there's no denying this Squier looks very cool. I love the Sherwood green with the tortoise guard. And while I'm not normally all that crazy about matching headstocks on Fenders, on this one it really works. If you're shopping in this price range, I'd say get your hands on one and see if you like the feel. And of course, your opinion of the pickups may differ from mine, and the sounds may suit you just fine. You can always budget for a pickup upgrade if you find the pickups lacking but love the guitar otherwise. But for me, for $100 more, I have to say I'd take the G&L, which just feels like a more professional instrument out of the box, with a great sounding bridge pickup and a more usable neck humbucker. It also has a little bigger frets, which I enjoy, and it may be luck of the draw, but the overall fretwork is a little nicer as well. Now, speaking of luck of the draw, G&L Tributes have a reputation for running quite heavy, but this particular one is plenty light at only 7 pounds 10 ounces. It's actually slightly lighter than the Squier, which is just a little heavier at 7 pounds 15 ounces. So both are nice in that regard. Now they're certain to vary, so if weight is important to you, always ask. Well, as always, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. Now don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.